Suspect realizes his identical twin is the killer.
My DNA couldn't have been in that car because I've never been in that car.
You're saying that's not you?
That is definitely not me. I don't have a shirt like that. I only can't even see the face of that person, but that's not me. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, fuck it, I'll take it. Okay.
On July 18, 2008, Duluth, Georgia police found elementary school teacher and adoptive mother of 3, Janai Coleman, brutally gunned down in a parking lot. The police rushed to investigate what kind of monster could have been behind this ruthless act. Thanks to eyewitnesses, CCTV footage, and DNA tests, the detectives zeroed in on the prime suspect and had a mountain of evidence against him. Little did they know that all their efforts were meaningless, and the true perpetrator would be someone they never could have expected.
No one. We gotta go in that mall. The lady just got shot.
Where at it? That place mall.
Where the bus station's at.
Is she breathing? Conscious and alert?
Yeah, she moving a little.
Did you see where the person is that did it?
Yeah, he was in a car, but he pulled off. It was like a beige car.
It was 9 p.m. on the 18th of July in Duluth, Georgia, and Janai Coleman was doing what she always did on Friday nights, waiting to pick up her daughter. She had parked her gold Dodge Stratus near Gwinnett Place Mall just outside Red Lobster, where her daughter was finishing her shift. This was her routine. Familiar, safe. But that night, something was off. As Janai sat in her car, a man emerged from a nearby gas station.
Yeah, I'm locked in. I'm sorry, I'm not even talking. I'm locked in.
Before she could even process what was happening, he was at her window, ordering her to get out of the car.
Okay.
Janai had no chance to react. Before she could even have time to plead or fight back, she heard a gunshot. A single, deafening blast echoed through the lot. The bullet had torn its way through Janai's chest. But the attacker wasn't done. He dragged her from the car and tossed her onto the pavement like she meant nothing, before speeding away in her vehicle, leaving her in a pool of her own blood as she called out in pain for help.
Jeez, bro.
Some witnesses rushed to help Janai, while others called 911. When the paramedics arrived, they stabilized her, racing against time to save her life. But just 10 minutes into surgery, Janai succumbed to her injuries. The news shattered the Coleman family. Why would anyone want to kill her?
Always give it up, y'all. Don't be trying to be tough.
Mother,
Just give
teacher,
up the
and
wallet,
friend
the car,
who stayed in her lane, avoided trouble, and lived her life with kindness and purpose. So the detectives had just one question. Was this really just a carjacking? The act felt personal, too violent and too bold, more like a crime of passion. But little did they know the investigation was about to take a turn that no one saw coming. While detectives couldn't yet determine if this was a crime of passion or just a random carjacking, one thing was certain. They needed to find Janai's car. For nearly 24 hours, the search turned up nothing. But then, on the 19th of July, 2008, a call came in. Janai's gold Dodge Stratus had been found abandoned, sitting 30 miles away from the crime scene in Forest Park, Clayton County. The car was immediately towed to the crime lab, where forensic analysts began their meticulous examination. The inside of the vehicle looked untouched, nothing out of place, except for one thing. A cigarette butt was wedged under the driver's seat.
Oh, God.
Now, that seemed insignificant at first, but once the detectives knew that Janai didn't smoke, they realized that the cigarette could potentially belong to her killer. If they could extract DNA, they could find exactly who took Janai's life. But the detectives had no idea just how complicated this was about to get. So while forensic teams worked on
how are criminals be this dumb, bro? Like, they be leaving... Bro, if you're gonna, do something like this, dude, you gotta not only, clean the car out, spray everything down with disinfectant, and pour out hand sanitizer all over it, but you're gonna throw a cigarette in the back? Are you that stupid? These niggas just don't be thinking,
extracting DNA from the cigarette. Detectives turned their attention to the gas station across from the crime scene, hoping CCTV footage had captured the attack. But luck wasn't on their side, as the camera didn't cover the angle that Janai was murdered. So with no usable footage, the detectives turned to witnesses. A bus driver who had been near the scene at the time of the attack had heard the gunshot and then saw a black male dragging Janai out of her car before taking off in the stolen Dodge.
Okay.
She described the suspect as wearing khaki shorts and a white shirt with green sleeves.
This nigga wore a white shirt to a
Luckily for
crime.
the detectives, a man matching this exact description
7-Eleven?
had been spotted in Forest Park, the same area where Janai's car had been dumped. At the same time, detectives got 2 pieces of surveillance footage of the man from 2 different locations. At the gas station store, the suspect was seen purchasing an item before leaving. But then, he came back to purchase a pack of Bunsen Light Lung cigarettes, the exact same brand of cigarettes.
It's like, why would you go to a store before you murder somebody? Why not just go straight to the place of the crime, do it, and then leave? Like, why would you go anywhere else where there are cameras? Like, are you? But see, then that would make me think maybe this wasn't planned out. Because if this was planned out, at least me, how I'm thinking, if I'm gonna plan this, I'm not gonna be anywhere. I'm doing that, and I'm going straight out of the country. I'm going straight home after that. I'm not gonna be in front of no cameras. This nigga went back in the store twice and bought distinguishable things that hold the just
that
like
were
this
found
is
in
stupid,
Janai's
bro.
car.
This is stupid.
Welcome back.
Surveillance footage
Bro didn't even know he
confirmed
was
his
talking to a
movements,
killer.
tracking him as he abandoned Janai's Dodge in Forest Park. So at this point, the detectives believed that they had everything they needed. They had a suspect, they had video evidence, and they had DNA from the cigarette. They were so close, yet so far from solving the case. When the forensic lab results came back, detectives were hit with a setback.
So his identical twin. Okay, so this is his brother, I guess. I think that's where this
The
is
fingerprints found in Janai's car had no matches. The DNA from the cigarette, also no matches.
Okay.
Their prime suspect was still a ghost in the system. So with no name, no identity, and no criminal record to match, detectives had one last option:
Post
to
it
turn
online.
to the public.
Yeah, that's smart.
So, detectives released the surveillance video of the man at the convenience store, hoping that someone would recognize him. By February of 2010, the case had long gone cold. But then, out of nowhere, a breakthrough. A notification from CODIS, the National DNA Database, popped up. The cigarette butt had finally found a match. The suspect had entered the system due to a recent drug conviction.
God damn, bro. You so stupid. But to be fair, a lot of low educational motherfuckers do be committing these low level thug stupid crimes.
The man
So stupid,
was 50-year-old Donald Eugene Smith.
God
He
damn.
perfectly matched both the witnesses' descriptions and the surveillance footage. With a court order in place, detectives wasted no time. And on the 3rd of February 2010, nearly 2 years after Janai's murder, Donald Eugene Smith was arrested.
Right.
But they were still far from justice for Janai, to say the least. With solid evidence linking Donald Eugene Smith to Janai Coleman's murder, detectives were confident that they had their guy. Now they just needed a confession. But what Donald said next, no one saw coming.
Okay, having these rights, you want to discuss it? I can explain this to you.
Yeah, I would like you just to explain to me why I'm here.
Okay. Really, it's about this vehicle, okay? I'm going to ask you questions. Have you ever seen this vehicle before or been in it?
No, I have not.
Have you ever met this woman before in your life?
No, I haven't.
Vehicle you said you've never seen before? And the woman you've never seen before?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, so do twins have identical DNA? Because if this is the twin, do they have identical DNA?
Your DNA ended up in that car.
That's interesting because my DNA couldn't have been in that car because I've never been in that car.
Though it is normal for suspects to deny involvement in a crime.
Okay, but so let's say I'm still confused though, because if we're assuming based off this title, he's the identical twin, like, is he the one who got convicted on the drug charge still? So are both these niggas just criminals regardless? Or
There was something different about this one. The detectives had all the evidence facing Donald, and he just looked them in the face and said no. Donald was adamant of his innocence, and the detectives definitely didn't like that.
The issue we're up against
I was hoping you said, yeah, I saw her, I used to work with her, we hung out for a minute, and that was it, but I left. When I left, she was very much alive. Well, something like that we can somewhat explain away. But when you say you didn't never even seen her before, how the hell did his DNA get in the car if he didn't even know her?
No, I don't know her. Never seen her.
Sensing that Donald was being deceptive, the detectives played the surveillance video they had of him.
Okay.
But this only boosted his confidence.
I have a picture basically on a computer I want you to look at and let me know if you recognize it as yourself or not, okay?
Sure.
This is the day I'm talking about. You recognize it?
Was it with this guy right here?
Yeah. You're saying that's not me?
That is definitely not me. I don't have a shirt like that. I only can't see the face on the person, but that's not me.
Yet again, Donald stood his ground. So the detectives brought out their next card.
Okay.
And this time, Donald's response threw the case onto a twisted journey that no one expected.
Your cell phone number at the time was 404-200.
Correct?
No, that was not mine. That was my brother's phone number.
Okay, does he live in Gwinnett County?
Yes, he does.
What's your brother's name, sir?
Ronald. Donald Ronald.
Is he older, younger? Does he live at the same address as your parents?
He's my twin.
Twin?
Yeah.
Like born at the same time or identified as that?
Like born at the same time, like identical twins, yeah.
Oh,
detectives
shit.
were convinced that Donald was just playing games, but if this was a game, it was a very expensive one.
DNA is split between two twins. It's interesting. They share DNA, identical twins.
I didn't know that. Okay. So it's the same.
I've never been in that car.
For me or Detective Cruz, how would your DNA get in that young lady's car?
I've never don't know the young lady, never seen her. There would have to be somebody who shares my DNA, obviously.
Conclusion, I'm jumping to what you're saying. If it's somebody shared DNA, then it will have to be either you or your brother.
Obviously.
Damn.
What's phone? What color is his phone?
Yo, hold on. I'm not going to implicate nobody else in no crime.
You're not implicating. I'm just asking him what color is your brother's phone.
Do you know where he's staying?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do.
Where is that, sir?
I don't know. Well, because now I guess he's going to be the suspect.
No, I need to talk to him.
If your brother did something that stupid, you need to go ahead and just extricate yourself from the whole situation.
You're right. I don't think I need counseling on that. This is a difficult moment.
I understand.
Previously, that
He's really on point.
Do you want to just do that?
No, what I want to know. Now, when I refuse this test, you gonna go ahead and book me and take me where you gonna take me to?
Right now, you weren't charged. You are under arrest. I'll tell you what. I'll just go ahead and give you some time. You want some fresh water? No.
Donald indeed had a twin brother.
That guy.
But were the two accomplices? Or was Donald trying to throw his brother under the bus? Or is he telling the complete truth?
He seems like an upstanding
Hoping to find out, the detectives ran a polygraph test.
What's that?
And Donald failed woefully.
Now, obviously, when we show you...
What's a polygraph test? What's a polygraph test? What's that? Oh, that thing? Man. That just measures heart rates and stuff. That's not necessarily an indicator for...
Obviously, you said it wasn't you. You had mentioned to me that you felt strongly it was your brother.
Yeah, it's my twin. Now, in light of the fact that I've taken this polygraph, I had no reservations about taking that whatsoever. The lady says that it showed deception when she was asking me the questions. The only thing I kept seeing was my brother doing something like that. It's devastating, actually.
And it's his twin, bro. They literally are the same person. Like, what they're asking is they're asking for him to put regardless of what he did, they're asking him to put himself in jail. That's like, they share DNA. They're one and the same. They come from one of each other. Like, that is a hard ass, and you're just laying it. Bro, police and these niggas are so insensitive. I get it too. Like, the criminals are insensitive, so you know, but like, I'm talking I just seeing shows like The Wire and Power, and them showing like how these drug enforcements and murder departments they're very insensitive to the victims and the people who were affected by these crimes. When interviewing them, asking them questions, like they don't care that these people be grieving or like coming to terms with that this actually, like, they don't be caring. They just be trying to get their case won, bro. These niggas, low key, you know how they say you gotta stoop to their level? Some of these police officers and investigators be just as bad, maybe not killing necessarily, but mindset as the criminals. Because how else are you gonna catch a criminal if you're not willing to get your hands dirty like that criminal? So I see why he's kind of like on the ropes about this whole thing. I would too. I don't know if I'd be quick. I wouldn't be quick to give him even if it's just my brother in general, especially not my twin, let alone the same me. I wouldn't be quick to just give every nigga's information. I'd still be like, bro, there's no way this nigga did some shit like this. Like I see where his head's at.
Same with anybody. We know that that's him, and not only by demeanor.
Yeah, twins are very distinguishable.
The detectives played the CCTV footage for Donald's sister, mom, and dad, asking them to identify which of the twins was in the footage. And they said it was indeed Ronald in the footage. Additionally, on a smoke break from the interrogation, Donald hand-rolled his cigarettes, something entirely different from the brand found in Janai's car. So now the detectives were confused because Ronald had no criminal history, so everything pointed to Donald. Ronald was called in for an interview, which he refused, and then he began to dodge the police.
I wonder if this nigga lied when he got booked and said it was his brother instead, since they got the exact same prints. I wonder if that's what he did.
They eventually found him hiding in his parents' home. The detectives had focused all of their efforts on Donald, but now, for the first time, Ronald became their new focus. On the 5th of February 2010, Ronald was arrested and brought in for interrogation.
We're in a detention type situation, okay?
Can you, whatever you're gonna say, could you put it on hold for just a little while?
Why is that?
Can you? You say I'm gonna be here for hours, can you just put it on hold for a little while? I think you need to draw some blood or something.
You want him to draw the blood first? Well, you tell me what you want to do. I mean, I want to talk to you.
His demeanor is way different than the other twin.
But before I can talk to you, I gotta read you. I gotta read you your.
The other twin is way more well-spoken, well more on point. He seems like the more ignorant of the two, and Loki looks like he's on drugs.
Right.
Well, you don't have to arrest me right now.
What do you mean I don't have to?
Well.
What do you mean, Ronald? Explain to me. I mean, I have to get this done. This is just a formality. And then we can just talk, and that's fine. If you tell me come back in a little while, I'll come back in a little while. But I have to do this by law. I have to.
Well, you wasn't by law when you was.
We were sitting down talking, and we were having a smoke. I have to.
Oh, they was getting him to smoke to see if he smokes normal cigarettes or he rolls, and he probably smoked a normal cigarette.
Advise you of your rights. The fingerprints have come back. Okay, and the fingerprints are a match. So for us to discuss the matters of the fingerprints and the other things, I have to advise you of your rights. Okay? You have the right to remain silent.
I'm just combobulated right now. I can't.
Okay. All right. I'll leave you with your thoughts, and then I'll come back and you let me know. But you do understand what I've just read to you, right?
I understand.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, one other thing. So then my brother can be released?
The truth, though, was that the detectives couldn't release Donald until they were absolutely certain that neither of the brothers was playing games.
That's fair.
Okay. I'll get different phones for you to use. Unless you want to use yours. I mean, it's your minutes. It's up to you.
I might as well burn them up.
Okay. I'll get it for you. Sit tight.
Hey. A whole lot has happened. They'll be letting Donald go as soon as possible. I ain't going nowhere no time soon. I was trying to get them to at least let Donald go tonight, but it just can't happen quite that fast because it actually made a warrant out for him. So it has to be a process where the district attorney has to get in touch with the judge. It's not like they can just automatically just release him. But then he's trying to do it before Monday. He's trying to do it. He said he was going to try to do it tonight, but I don't know how it's going to work out. But what? Yeah. Was a search warrant. The charge is murder. Don't look too good. I hate to say that, but no, it doesn't look too good. Damn, I can't, but and my little time is running up on this phone. I tell you this, damn, I'm in.
Okay, yeah. So this is the dumber brother. This is the one who more than likely did it.
I'm in deep shit. Yes, oh yes. Oh yes.
Was this something accidental? There's something like that I can almost understand. And I guess that's the question he's saying. Accidental makes more sense, and that's what he was alluding to. You seem to have so much emotion right now. And obviously, you care for someone for 45 years. That's something more that I can understand, but just looking for some understanding.
What was said? What was said that made you, that either set you off? Yeah, I guess the only words I could say, like, maybe set you off or angered you or upset you.
What made him do this for real?
The way that they do.
I'm not prepared to go into nothing like that. I'm just not prepared to go into nothing like that right now. I'm just not.
Or just because emotionally you can, or is it draining, or?
No, I'm just not prepared to give any kind of a statement.
Okay. Do you know when maybe you might be prepared to talk to us about it? You need some time.
I need to get past the hard.
The what? I'm sorry. Would you like to see your brother?
I just want my brother to go.
Your brother really wants to see you. He misses you and he's worried about you. Yeah.
You see how dirty this nigga is, bro? He's trying to make it seem like he cares and he's trying to help him out when he just wants him to spill the beans.
I'd like to see my brother. Those are the exact words out of his mouth. I want to see my brother talk with you. He's right next door. He's sitting in that room right there. You serious? I swear. I swear. He wants to see you.
But you can't let him go.
Why not? Just want to bring him in and let him see. He's worried about it.
He can't see you right now.
I mean, he's done seeing it. All he wants to do is hug you. Tell you that he loves you. And then he's going to do it for you.
Not right now.
So you want to go next and tell him that he's 4 feet away from his brother and can't see?
Yeah, do that.
All right. I'll go and tell him.
He did it. Yeah, he did it.
Why don't you get some water, gather yourself together, and see your brother.
From the moment that Ronald stepped into the police station, it was obvious that something was off. He was visibly restless, and that phone call that he made to his loved ones did not seem to make things better. Detectives saw an opportunity, and they thought that...
Yeah, it was like a goodbye moment. He was telling them, like, yo, yeah, I did it. Yep.
The best way to break Ronald down was to put him face-to-face with Donald. But before bringing him in, they did this.
I want to do, I don't know if you knew this one, but this is the woman, okay? And her name was Janai. Okay? She had 3 adopted children. Alright? She was a school teacher. Her family begged me just to find out what happened. They begged me. And they're very religious people. And they were more just wanted to know why than anger. And they stressed that to me. Okay? Her cousin's a deacon. Now they're from another state. She had 3 little adopted children. Okay?
You know what would have been a good lie? A good lie to tell this nigga was like, she had 3 adopted children and they all got sent back to the system because she died. That would have made him bust.
I just wanted to know why. And I promised him I would at least ask the why. And I perceived it to be accidental. Okay? But I don't know. And I promised him I would ask why. I told him I thought it was an accident. I'll be honest with you.
Niggas,
am I right in accident?
I can't swear. I just can't say right now.
Okay. Will you let me know, okay, please? Because I made them promise I would try to just know why. They don't even care about anything else, but just understand what happened and why. Okay? If you need something, just knock on the door.
Okay.
Trying to push for a confession, the lead detective used re-interrogation technique 7, offering Ronald a socially acceptable reason for the crime. Usually, most suspects jump at this chance, eager to minimize their guilt. But Ronald was so devastated that he shut down completely. So, they sent in Donald.
Look, dude.
Yeah, it'd be.
I'll tell you what's gonna happen though. When they take you to the jail, the process, you're gonna see a judge tonight. What time it is, they're gonna take you in front of one. There's a place over there. They'll be the same way, because I get about 2:30 in the afternoon. I didn't get over there till, I don't know, 1 or whatever it was. That night? Yeah. Yeah, because they took me out to the scene of the crime and everything. These dudes here. And,
where were you arrested at?
Downtown, right on the corner of the, where I took my mail. That's how they knew where to come get me. And the reason they came and got me, because of the DNA. We got the same DNA. Mine's on in a database, federal database. Because once you're in the federal system, they take that shit before you get out.
You know, I'm gonna go see a judge. That's the first thing that's gonna happen.
Then when they dress you out, you're gonna be, they're gonna put you on suicide watch. They do it to all people with serious charges like that. And they put you in
Oh, so he's already been to jail. He's telling them how it's gonna go.
and they put you in some, you'll be naked. Except for some gown. That's a padded gown. That's that, you know, that thick stuff. Just, you know, strap it off. And then
like a Velcro.
Yeah, and then a padded blanket on a little mat. But yeah, you'll be there for at least 3 days, at least 72 hours. And then somebody come talk to you every day, but you'll be able to see them out there. And and then jail, don't give nobody no motherfucking right now. They got them motherfuckers running around and they have their cars. I'm talking about looking like they getting ready to go on a battlefield. They got so much shit on them.
Oh, he's showing them how to survive. He pretty much just telling him what to do and what not to do, since he's never been to jail before or any of this. That's smart. Brothers, yeah, that's some brotherly shit.
Also, all of them got them little the guns.
I was demanding that you go, pretty much. I wanted you to go tonight. He said it's just a process that got to be go through or something, but I mean, because they're gonna let you go.
No, I know that.
But I was trying to get to do it like now. You know, that's now, but it's something about once you was already a warrant was sworn out.
Yeah,
you know, they have to go through do the and go through the district attorney or something. I said, well, so does that mean till Monday?
No, sometime I don't know.
And he said maybe not. He said it could happen tomorrow. He said it's a process. It depends on the people.
But their plan didn't work. The twins refused to talk about important details. And when it became clear that they weren't getting anywhere, the detectives separated them again.
Difficult for you. I know there's a lot of things that are going through your mind and things that are processing. I understand that. However, this is our only opportunity to get what happened out there out and in a way that people could understand. This is it. After we conclude here in the next few minutes, you'll be taken over to the county jail. And the next time that you see Detective Cruz will be in a preliminary hearing. And it'll be a different setting. He will present everything that he has on the case.
The only way he could get him to talk now, I'm assuming, is if he since him and his brother are so connected, say if you don't talk, you and your brother going to jail. Like, we gonna process both you and your brother. That may be the only way to get him to actually talk.
Which is overwhelming. When I mean video, the DNA,
more video,
the prints, the phone records, the video on the other end where you're seen getting out of the car, wearing the same exact clothing you were at the Quick Trip, the same clothing that the witnesses saw you at the bus stop. I mean, it's overwhelming. I mean, I can't put it any other way. That's why I stress to you the importance of why. People are going to ask. 12 jurors are going to say, okay, wait a second. Why did this happen? And they're going to look at us and we're going to explain. We sat with them. We gave them the
I guess there's two ways this could go. Because technically they don't have They don't have any DNA on the woman that he dragged out the car. They don't have a murder weapon, especially since it's been 2 years. They don't have a murder weapon. So all they have is speculation and a couple of he said, she said, and a cigarette in the back. Well, and he got out the car. Shit, yeah, he's pretty much cooked. But he could potentially not say nothing and just go to court and just pray that he gets probation or a couple of years, because the defense is not enough to convict him fully with guilty without a reasonable doubt. If he has a really, really, really good lawyer, low key, if he did, but the only thing he probably thinking about is his brother, and he don't want his brother to have to sit and rot in jail over something he did. So that may be the only reason he actually might say something. But it looks like he's not gonna say nothing at all.
Opportunity. This is what happened. Some things went wrong. I don't know if some insults were thrown out there. I don't know. You haven't been. The interaction I have with you, what happened
These
out
niggas
there
are
just doesn't
snakes.
match up to you, but obviously something went wrong.
This
went
nigga's
wrong.
a snake.
I'd like to know. Detective Cruz would know. I don't know the family would. The family's not even mad at you. Do you know that? The family?
That sounds like
The only
bullshit.
thing that family look at stuff like this is closure. You know, this whole time they're in this realm of why did this happen? Why is this going on? They're not mad at you. They just want to know why she had to go away. That's simply put why they want to know. I can't begin. I don't know. I wasn't there. I have no idea what things set you off that day that ended up with you in Forest Park, her here, and her not with her family anymore. Though that's what we're looking at. When this is all said and done, she's not here. She has a bunch of children. She had 3 adopted children that she had. She was a church-going lady. She was sitting there waiting on her, I believe her daughter that worked at Longhorns, I believe.
Red Lobster.
I'm sorry, Red Lobster. That's all she was doing, just waiting, minding her own business.
Why did he do it for
some
real?
reason,
I'm kind
her
of
world-
concerned
her
too
world
now.
connected. The reasons why, I don't know. Do I want to know? I think everybody would like to know. It's important. I don't think you're a cold, calculated murderer. I don't believe that. But something.
This guy sucks. I ain't gonna lie. This detective low-key sucks because he's obviously not a fucking fool. Even though he talks with a stutter and he, you know, all that other stuff, he's obviously not a fucking fool. You're talking to this nigga like this detective is booty. They need to bring in somebody black. Like, it's not even believable. This might work on a white killer, not a black one. You ain't gonna bullshit. Or maybe a suburban white person, but not a country white person or a black person. It's not gonna work.
Either she said you guys had a disagreement, something went wrong at that car, and she's no longer here anymore. And all we're looking to do is essentially find out why. That's it. When it all boils down to it, that's all we want to know.
And I want to say something. I want to say something. Smoke one cigarette.
Okay.
And
we'll come back and talk. Fair enough, Ron. You've been good. Somebody get me a smoke?
Ronald had gone to the bathroom to smoke a cigarette, but the detective who followed him could not believe his eyes. Ronald had lit up the exact same brand of cigarette that was found at the crime scene. So back in the interrogation room, the detectives changed tactics, and they shifted their seating, sitting in front of the camera rather than having Ronald stay there, assuming that if he didn't feel that the camera was on his face, he might let something slip. And they were right.
Oh. And why? It was an accident. A straight accident. It was a hair trigger.
What's that? What's a hair trigger?
It was a hair trigger.
Let me look that up.
Okay.
What's a hair trigger?
It was an accident. I swear to God, it was an accident. And I should have known it was a hair trigger because.
Oh, so okay, a hair trigger for everybody who don't know is pretty much whenever a gun could be shot with the slightest little, and a gun can go off, the slightest bit of pressure. So it was a hair. Okay.
Because I had accidentally shot. I had accidentally shot it that morning on accident. And I set out to take a car. It was something I'd done before when I was way younger. Heck,
right.
But always in my mind, it was if the gun was this for something, so there wouldn't be much resistance. But it was an accident. I was in the hotel room that morning, and the gun went off. I had it in my hand, and it handed down. I barely touched it. And the same thing happened later that evening. There. And when I got out, I noticed the police officer. At least he was dressed like a police officer. I guess he was like doing extra night duty or something. I mean, just an extra job.
Moonlighting, yeah. Right.
And I didn't see him at first when I parked the car. So then I kind of walked towards him because I wasn't sure if it was also police or not. So I walked towards him like I was looking for something. And then I was on the phone. And oh, yeah. I was on the phone. And I tried to play it off like I was looking for something. That's why I started yelling into the phone.
Okay.
And went back to the car. And I saw him coming up, walking to the car, took off. And I seen him on the radio in the mirror. And so I knew I couldn't get too far. So I left out that parking lot, went down the street, parked in another parking lot, got up. I went to the hotel, but it was, I did not mean to shoot that woman. It was a hair trigger. And I didn't drag her out of the car. It wasn't like that.
Okay.
The gun went off and she said, "You shot me."
So how was she gonna take her with you, so you?
No, she got out of the car.
Oh, okay.
I didn't drag her out of the car.
Okay, all right.
It wasn't.
Different witnesses see things differently, especially when they hear something.
I did not drag that woman out of the car. Period. I wouldn't care what anyone say. I did not do that.
All right.
I didn't mean for the gun to go off in the first place.
You're just trying to get a car.
She got out of the car. And she said, "Help." And I was getting in the car, and she said, "Help" again. Only lighter this time. And I drove off.
Panicked, right? Just trying to get out of there, I would imagine.
I just wanted to get out of there.
That's reasonable.
The woman didn't deserve this. I had no intention on doing that. It went off. Shocked the shit out of me. Because it wasn't drastic. And the only way I would really hurt somebody is if someone was trying to hurt me.
Ronald admitted that he had seen the perfect carjacking victim. A woman, alone, at night, with no one to protect her. He approached Janai Coleman, threatened her with his .357 Magnum, and demanded her car. But then, he claimed, the gun quote-unquote accidentally went off because of its hairpin trigger. But the detectives didn't buy that for a second. Ultimately, the police released Donald, and Ronald was charged with the murder of Janai Coleman. When Ronald Smith took the stand in court, what happened next stunned everyone.
Oh, God.
His story did a 180, or hell, maybe even a complete 360 back to where we started. Ronald claimed that it wasn't him who murdered Janai Coleman, but rather his twin brother, Donald.
Oh.
According to Ronald, he had nothing to do with the crime. He was simply helping Donald clean up the mess after Donald murdered Janai and stole her car. But there was one major problem. The jury wasn't buying his story. The evidence told a different story, up until the way in which he made his confession. Ultimately, Ronald Smith was found guilty of the murder of Janai Coleman. He was sentenced to life in prison, plus an additional 25 years. Now, if you think this case was horrific...
Bro, the fact that he tried to... You know what I'm saying, bro? The fact he tried to say his brother did it at the end is preposterous. That's nasty work, bro. L brother.